So dreams of losing your ID, or somebody stealing your identification and you're not able to get on your flight. So identifications are used for identifying you, but in the spiritual realm, it's a bit more deeper than just identifies you as your name, your date of birth, and where you're born. In the spiritual realm, it identifies your place of authority as well. So going back to the very beginning of the Bible, in Genesis 1 verse 28, we see that God blessed them, who's them, Adam and Eve, and said unto them, be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. So in the spiritual realm, your identification, it goes right back to that first commandment, that first blessing that God bestowed upon man, the dominion mandate that says be fruitful. So if your identification is stolen in the spiritual realm, it's switched in the spiritual realm, it tampers with the dominion mandate. You are no longer, you are at risk of not being fruitful, at risk of not being able to multiply, at risk of not having dominion over the four kingdoms that God brings forth. And also it tampers with, if God wrote in your scroll of destiny that you would become a mother of four, it tampers with that because somebody else is taking that blessing from you. They have stolen from you. If God wrote in your scroll of destiny that you be a husband that owns businesses all over Asia, it tampers with that mandate of your wealth. It tampers with your wealth because somebody else is siphoning out your wealth instead of you, because they've taken your identity. They're able to take that which is written in your scroll by acting like they're you. They act like they're you in the spiritual realm. An excellent example is actually seen in Genesis chapter, I forget what chapter, I'm sorry, please look it up. But we see Jacob switches with Esau. Now Esau is hungry. Esau is like, I just came back from hunting, give me some stew, I'm hungry, who cares about this birthright? Unbeknownst to him, his mother can be super cunning and help her youngest son actually take that blessing. Okay, so the time comes and Jacob, Esau is sent by his father to hunt game and bring it back. And when that beautiful stew, that just rambunctious stew, touches his soul and he's so fulfilled with just like, my son went unhunted, he brought it back, he cooked it for me, I am satisfied, my soul is so blessed by my firstborn, I am so blessed. I'm going to bless him from a place of satisfaction, that place of peace, that place of contentment, and bless him abundantly. His youngest comes, his wife and his youngest come up with a plan, and Jacob comes in and says, Father, I'm here so you can bless me. And his father says, the voice sounds like Esau. The voice sounds like Jacob, but the skin is like Esau. And the father knows something is up, but he can't really identify because his eyesight is not so great. But his son convinces him that God blessed him so mightily that he was able to catch the game so quickly. And then the father says, you do smell like the field, so I'm going to bless you. Thank you for this stew. So after he eats the stew, he's satisfied. He is overjoyed. So he blesses his son. Unbeknownst to him, there was a switching that happened, right? It's not his firstborn Esau, it is his youngest Jacob. And so he blesses him from that place of joy, from that place of parental satisfaction, that you raise a son so well that he's able to bless your heart and bless your soul. You're overjoyed, so you're blessing him. And then his oldest comes back and said, Father, like, I'm here, I brought what you asked me to bring to you. And he's like, what happened? So he finds out that his son had tricked him. And he's like, I can't bless you. The blessing has already been given to your brother, right? Now, another example is Rachel. This actually happens to Jacob. What he sowed, he reaps, okay? So Jacob is in love with Rachel. He's smitten by Rachel and he wants Rachel as his wife. So he works for her for 7 years, and then his uncle Laban on the wedding night tricks him into giving him Leah, the daughter with a lazy eye. And Jacob is basically reaping what he had sown, but ultimately in the morning he finds out that there had been a switch in his bride. They had given him the wrong bride. And so that's also like symbolic of somebody else taking your seat of marriage, right? He asked for this person, he asked for Rachel, but he gets a different person to marry him that night, and he doesn't identify the mistake or the switch until the next day. Now he has to work an additional 7 years to get Rachel, his beloved, right? So all of these are identity switches or trades that happen. And yeah, what you can do is you can ask God to vindicate you. Oh God of vengeance, vindicate me. Gird yourself with strength and vindicate me. Judge, oh Lord, judge anyone that stole my ID, anyone that stole my place of authority, my place of dominion, my place of being able to own businesses, being able to have wealth, because your wealth is spiritual. Money is spiritual. Being able to own is spiritual. Being able to because it said they had lost the ID and then they missed their flight. So flight is symbolic of moving in the spirit with a high calling, a high assignment. That could be opening up schools, that could be opening up businesses, that could be being a kingdom financier, that could be having a ministry that impacts many, because a flight carries many people. So a ministry of high impact, whether that is in actual ministry or that is in orphanage, in schooling, or in commerce, or in healthcare, whatever it may be, because you were not able to receive your identity, your ID card, you missed that mandate, that assignment. You missed your scroll of destiny because of what? The loss of identity, or the thievery, the theft of your identity. So ask God to gird himself with strength and help you. You need help from God. This requires a fast. Because a ministry that is a plane, it signifies impact. You impact a lot of people. You are flowing in the spirit, and it's not you impacting them. It is the Holy Spirit that is helping you stay in the spirit, that is carrying you through the realms, that is carrying you through the clouds, right? Moved by the Holy Spirit to impact many people. But it requires your identity, to know your identity, to be able to do such a thing. So please pray. I would go on a fast if that were me, and ask God to vindicate you, ask God to have mercy on you, ask God to dress himself up in vengeance and come to your aid and vindicate you. Okay? God bless you.